Hank Wernecki here from ElliotFractals.com. We're looking at part two of the video series on trading fractals for any market. For example, the gold, stocks, futures, forex, currencies, and so on. Now, as I mentioned before, we have to look at all the time frames for a particular market. Now we're looking at the micro here, and I mentioned earlier we have to look at all the time frames. What I like to do today, introduce you to the concept of the macro grid. The micro grid will cover all the time frames from 1 minute to 5 hours, 8 hours. Okay, we're looking for a fractal here. Now, we also have a macro grid here looking at the longer time frames, going from the 5 hour to the monthly time frame. Now, on the macro grid, we can get a good picture of the longer trend of a particular market. Again, the macro grid will give us the idea of the general trend of a market. However, if you want to find a entry point for the longer trend, we would have to toggle back to the microgrid. Now, we're looking at the microgrid, and we'll try to find an entry point here on a particular fractal. Well, the 1 minute time frame here, a bit chaotic here. We don't have a clear picture of what the market's going to do. Okay. In that event, we'll kind of hide that and we'll look at the 3 minute time frame. Again, we have chaos here and we have no entry point, no clear fractals. Now, the fractals are in my fractal library, about maybe 30, 32. And when that particular fractal appears from the library, you would match it to the current market prediction. Now, on a 5 minute time frame, pretty reliable, but we don't have anything here for the moment. So again, we have to wait until a fractal tips its hand. Okay, we have a nice one here. Now, on a 10-minute time frame, we'll move this down and get a better picture. You have to scale the fractals in order to get a good picture here. Now, we have one here, and I think we did this trade. I'm not too sure about that. Okay. Now, the fractals are an odd form, meaning uh, sometimes they'll be very similar, other times they'll be quasi, somewhat similar. Now, this particular fractal here, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can find this particular fractal on another time frame. For example, maybe a day ago, 1 week ago, a month ago, maybe a year ago. Okay, but right now we're looking only at the standalone fractal by itself. Okay, now when the fractal appears here, okay, again you could find this fractal in the library. We have a bottom here at 4086, and we have a top here at 4107. Now, the 7-up fractal will indicate a turn here. Now, if you're doing a trade, you would enter on a confirmation here, a little decline, and then you put a buy stop here in case the market goes up. and the market, and you can see, goes right down, right? So in essence, you'll find the market turns using these standalone fractals all by itself. Okay, we have one fractal there. That kind of helps. Now, if we have a top here, another time frame would indicate another confirmation. We'll look at the 20-minute time frame. Nothing too clear there. Again, chaotic. And we'll look at now the 15-minute time frame. Do we have anything there? Nothing there. Again, we have chaos. All right, we'll move to the 30-minute time frame. Do we have anything there? Not exactly. Nope. We look at the 1 hour time frame. We don't have too much there, and we don't have too much here on the 20-minute time frame. Um, the 3 hour time frame, we have a line up. A line up is not a fractal. You ignore that. Okay, we're going to do that, and we'll go to the 4 hour time frame. Nothing there. And we look at the 8 hour time frame, nothing there. All right. We only found one example of a turn on the microgrid. Now we move to the longer time frame macro grid. We'll look at the 5 hour time frame, nothing there. 6 hour, nothing there. 7 hour, nothing there. 8 hour, nothing there. 9 hour, nothing there. 10 hour, nothing there. Then we move to the 11 hour time frame. And we really don't have too much there. Then we look at the 12-hour time frame. Well, what do we have here? All right. Now we have a longer term trend here indicating a top around 4092, 4100. Now, when you find a fractal, you're going to mark it, which we put a little triangle here, a rectangle. And for the moment, we can look at the top 12-hour time frame as a top here. And this particular fractal is called a slider, meaning you would have an equal leg here, an equal leg here, a little bump up here in the middle, and then the fractal has a terminal point here at 92. Now, on the longer time frame, we can expect a decline. Now, how far will the decline occur? We don't know until another fractal appears. So what we're doing all day long, basically scanning all the time frames for the market turns on a different fractal. Take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Wow, nothing there. I mean, completely chaotic. Okay, we have it up there around, again, 4100. Move to the weekly time frame. What do we have here? Take a look at this. Now, if you go to the fractal library, you will find a fractal, the same form, looking almost identical. Again, we're looking at an art form, okay? The weekly fractal here, looking at the long term, will be right here. Okay, let's expand that a little. Right, we have a fractal here. Now, on a 10, I believe a 10 or 15 minutes or 5 minute time frame, I noticed that we had a similar fractal here. And on that 5 minute time frame, that particular fractal went straight down. Okay. I Saw that during, I think Friday or Thursday over the weekend. And ideally, when we hit a terminal point here, the market went down quite a bit. All right. Hence, right now, we're looking at a critical turning point. We could have a little overthrow here, then the market will tank and go right down. However, we did break above that fractal top, meaning we're going to have a top reversal. So the fractals will either give you an exact turning point. Okay, if it does not, it doesn't mean we're right or wrong here. It only means the fractal decided to go in another direction, and that would be a top reversal. So, uh, looking at the weekly fractal here, the longer term of the market, okay, right now we'll have to wait for a further confirmation to see if the market will continue to go up. As of now, on a weekly chart, not on a smaller time frame, the market is implying a little bit higher here. How high? We don't know until another fractal appears. Okay. What we do, we keep the weekly fractal in memory to remind that the critical turning point is right about here. If the market continues to go up, it'll probably go up a little bit higher, and then we can do a trade. There's nothing we can do right now. We look at the monthly time frame, not too clear. I did find a couple similar fractals on a 5-minute time frame and 10-minute time frame, implying that the market will probably go up a little bit more. Okay. Again, we're taking this day by day, minute by minute, and look at the 8-hour time frame. Nothing there. So the only picture we have, again, you have to think and draw on pictures. We have the weekly time frame implying a little bit higher. Okay. Now, on the 12-hour time frame, we have a top. Okay. We have a contradiction here, maybe? No, we have to wait. Now, the 12-hour time frame is indicating a top. I believe we caught that on Friday. Okay. Now, it may happen, right? The 12-hour time frame may do another top reversal, meaning it'll go above 40.92 and continue to go up. Now, if that happens, okay, the 12-hour time frame will be in alignment with the weekly time frame, meaning on a bigger picture here, the market will go up. What we have to do, we have to keep our eye on the 12-hour time frame and the weekly time frame. If the 12-hour time frame goes beyond maybe 4100, a little bit higher, it will confirm the weekly time frame. Okay, on a long-term time frame, again weekly, if the 12-hour time frame continues on a top reversal instead of going straight down. It may go straight down for a bit and then go back up again. Okay, it could be a day or two or three. All right, but the 12-hour time frame on top reversal would agree with the weekly time frame on top reversal, meaning the market is going to go a little bit higher. Now we have that in mind. If the market's going to go higher, we have to find an entry point. We go to the microgrid and try to find an entry point. Right now, on the 10-minute time frame, we do have a entry point here at 4107 for a decline. Now, if you're day trading, okay, you would probably do an entry there. Now, I want to point out because we found a top here. Again, we don't know how far it's going to go down, okay, until we find another fractal. We did on the 12-hour and weekly time frames. What could happen, again, we have to view the fractals minute by minute. We could have a bottom here. Now, if we have a bottom here, the market will probably go up. All right. Then it would agree with the 12-hour time frame and a weekly time frame. So we have a 10-minute time frame, a 12-hour time frame, and a weekly time frame where we have to keep our eye on it. Nothing else is appearing. So the setup now is to wait for a confirmation on the 10-minute time frame. If that continues to go up, that would then be a alignment with a top reversal on the 12-hour time frame and a weekly time frame. Right now, we really don't have a clear entry for a trade. We'll have to wait for a confirmation on those three time frames. So right now, we'll have to wait until Sunday, Monday, and find out which fractal time frame we will consider for a turn and a trade.